Chapter 11. The Brothers Opposite. Both youths were of the same height and athletic build. In outward appearance, they looked a great deal like each other, differing only in the color of their hair and eyes. One was light-haired and blue-eyed, and the other black-eyed and dark-haired. The youths stayed where they were for a while, as if giving Anasta the chance to get used to their unexpected appearance. Then, at a leisurely pace, they approached the little girl. "Hello, little girl," Dark-Haired said, addressing her. "You need to act more quickly, little girl. You sensed intuitively that you would be able to stop the glacier, that you have within you powers capable of changing God's program. Now, that's impossible, of course, but if you will continue seeking these powers, but you will continue seeking these powers within you, and I will learn more about man than I currently know. I am prepared to tell you about the world order and answer any questions you might have, little girl. Only you need to act as fast as you can." Anasta had no time to answer. The second youth began to speak. "Hello, Anasta. You are pretty and sharp. You're splendid, just like many other marvelous creations on the planet Earth. My brother knows much about the world order, but you should, I think, listen to yourself above all others." Anasta finally managed to greet the youths. "A good day and good light thoughts to you." "Hold on," Dark-Haired said, interrupting Anasta. "That's just the way it always is. It even makes me sick to hear these idiotic, thoughtless, memorized words. There are two of us here. I am dark. So why do people wish me light thoughts? I'm dark. My thoughts are dark and hostile. That's the way that I am. That's my life's purpose within God's program." Dark-Haired was growing more and more angry. "If I'm some kind of light little sniveling fool, a light thinker, then I won't be me. Poof, and there won't be anything left of me. You get it, little girl? All that will be left in front of you is one light little simpleton. There are two of us. You get it? And you shouldn't only speak about what's light. Take your thoughts back if that's what's behind your words, if your words weren't just memorized parrot sounds." "If my greeting has offended you, then I will change it, and I will say to you a simple hello," Anasta replied. "Now that's more like it, because otherwise you and your light—" "Who are you?" Anasta inquired. "What family line are you from? I've never seen you before." "Of course you haven't. Nobody has ever seen us. But our manifestations are present in all human beings, in every moment," the dark youth told her quickly. "Yes, in each and every one. Now, of course, there are more of my manifestations. They are awesome. Almost all of humanity lives from disaster to disaster, dominated by my energies." "Stop, my dark and talented brother," said the light-haired one. "After all, we did not introduce ourselves." And, turning to the little girl, he went on. "Anastoshka, try to understand what I say. Between the two of us, my brother and I make up the two complexes of universal energies. The entire immense space of the universe is filled with energy entities. When God created man, capital M, he took an equal amount of energy from each of the entities, brought them into inner balance in some unknown way, and gave them to the person he had created. Out of everything, he created a person with inner balance. When this happened, we all understood that man must emerge as the strongest entity in the universe. That is why he is not called an entity, but man. But where his strength lies, what his capabilities are, and whether they are limited, that is unknown. And when this strength, will fully manifest, this has, up to the present day, been known to no one in the entire universe, not even to us, despite the fact that we and our separate energies are present everywhere. We are always invisible. We always fill up the space. We're present in the water, and in every living wild animal, and in every living worm. And the energies of the universe, each and every one of them, exist within each person. You say you're invisible, Anasta said, astonished, but I can see you. Yes, you can see us, because we solidified the air, solidified it so as to exhibit the kind of bodies that you are used to. The clouds up there in the sky, for example, they're solidified air vapors too. You get whimsical shapes when they solidify. Sometimes you get one that looks like wild animals, sometimes ones that look like a human face or body. And in many ways, the human body is made up of water that has been solidified to different degrees. It must be the case that the Creator alone knows the meaning and ratios of these various solidifications of the human body. Our bodies resemble human bodies only on the outside. My dark-haired brother represents all the dark entities, while I represent all the light ones. But why did you exhibit this solidification in the form of a human body? Anasta asked. So that you would not be frightened when you heard our voices, so that you wouldn't expend the energy of your thoughts on trying to guess where the sound was coming from, the light-haired answered. But why did you want to talk with me? You set out in defiance of the elements, or, to be more precise, in opposition to planetary disaster. You set out on your own, confident that you would be able to prevent it. We are certain that this is impossible to do. God's program includes provisions for a disaster should mankind follow a ruinous path. That has happened more than once, and we wouldn't have paid any attention to your efforts. It's just that all the universal entities shuddered when the flower on your mound of earth bloomed. It bloomed even though, according to the Creator's program, it should have died. But it bloomed. The flower bloomed thanks to the mammoth who shielded it from the cold breeze. That was Anasta speaking. The mammoth is but one link in the chain of events that you constructed. I didn't construct anything. Your thought did the constructing, Anastoshka. Does that mean your particles are inside me, too? Anasta asked thoughtfully. But I can't feel them at all. A person does not feel us, especially when he manages to balance our particles within him. When they are in balance, a third energy appears, and this third is found solely and only in the universal entity that is man. It appears when we are in complete balance, and it, this new energy, is all-powerful. It is capable of creating new worlds. No secrets exist for it. This kind of person becomes a master of the universe, a creator, and no one can even imagine his creations. They can be magnificent and unfathomable. Your particles are probably not at all balanced in me, since I can't stop the glacier, Anasta said with a sigh. The flower bloomed, but everything around it in our family space is withering and dying. Anastoshka, you are on the path to unity. You can attain it in the next moment, or in 3 millennia. It is for this reason that the universal energies will strive to help you, so that they can learn man's great secret and their own future fate as well. What you said about the extraordinary power hidden in the unity of opposites is so interesting. But if you know about this extraordinary power, then why don't the two of you just agree to unite? The two brothers exchanged glances and cast their gaze over Anasta's family space. Then they began looking in different directions. They were slow to answer, as if at that moment they themselves were looking for the right words to explain it. The little girl waited patiently. Finally, the light-haired answered.